Hello everyone, Wrestling Conley here, and today I'm going to take a look at my branded dinomorphia deck profile. So let's get down into it as a card. So the main deck. First off, as with anyone, if you're playing a dinomorphia, you must play your triple copies. Sorry, here. Triple copies of dinomorphia Theresia allows you to set a downward trap from deck to your field. So this card cannot be ashed because it's not at your hand. It sets it straight to the field. Plus, is plus points are also 2,000. She gains 500, going 2,000 herself. Then you can bash any kind of trap card in order to revive another dinomorphia monster, not including herself. Must be level 4. So if you revive the only level 1, which is Diplos, which you're not ever doing because you don't really want to see him, honestly. I've mentioned there are some proxies in this deck. It's not here yet, but they're coming. Next, we have 2 kit, which is there are a few cards in here that I am considering checking out. This isn't the final version. I'm still working on it. We have 2 cards against kit, which you control a. First off, you control a Fuse Monster list brand like Fallen Albaz. As control the first comes card from your hand. So is when it's normal or summoned, you can add a branded spell trap from either graveyard or deck to hand, but then place 1 card from your hand bottom of the deck, which could remove some of your bricks, which there are a few, but they're soft bricks. Anyway, this card you want to use in case to find brand because you can't open it in your opening hand. Let's do a proxies. This here is the back of a card. This is my proxy for Aluber. I will be getting this as I try to say in my opening of these. That I am getting a full display box for the opening on camera when I get it. So for that, that's how opening it. If I don't, I'll just get it with each player. But the way I see that helps you get a hold of your brand in red, which you can't use in this deck. So, the search for is Tragedy, which when sent to is crossed in the graveyard or banished by a card effect, you can add a display monster from your hand, except itself. So I must adding Looper, in my case. It's going to be banished from the graveyard to target a branded spell trap in the graveyard, set to the field, and self return effect. So also you'll want to use like your brand red or any card that you need to reuse. Spin Albaz. Let's pick up Albaz. You don't run 1 in this deck, so you only need 1 Albaz. So it's a dragon. It's not weird. He's basically just summon him and can just pitch a card to fuse someone with itself in their card in the field. That's really good use for that. Everyone can you recycle a lot of their cards. Was Diplos. You never want to see this card. Even when you're playing Pure, Elder and Pure, you don't play 2 with him because you never want to see him in your opening hand. You never want to see him. He's really something you just get away for Kentricino or Rex Term. His effect though is he can Foolish Barrel. Nope, there is or he can extra Foolish Barrel any down for your card. So he says, his card also someone you can send it down for your card from deck to grave. And of course, I must also tells him he burns 500 and getting banished by card for Reborn Theresia. That's really it, but not using that ever. Hand traps. Dual Ash. Yes, I know it's gold rare on the that certain version, but it's Ash. It stops any searching and drawing, so card of command, it stops it. And card to is Valor. That's because most fight with targets. It comes up occasionally. Not often though. Plus, if you do go by a different route in this deck, you can actually send this graveyard with the Brand Fusion for Albion. The Brand Dragon. Sorry, Shroud Dragon. No, Brand Dragon. To then, bash yourself with an Albas for a little bit and then go from there. So you have a single recur, which you don't often use this for the hand trap effect. You're either using this to banish it off from your deck with Gold Sark or with Alert Organist. So you expect to get kit in case you don't Brand Fusion. You need this guy, either Gold Sark or Alert Organist. You can just banish this guy with either or. Sorry, this guy with Alert Organist or Dylan Gore, so I can just banish this guy to basically search it, because if it's banished, it lets you to add a Fallen Albaz or card that will sit in its card text from deck to hand. And also, it is a 3rd Veiler stroke 6 Imperm. If you control a Fallen Albaz listed fusion monster, not often, but it is sometimes. One trap, so one was this Ghost Ogre. You know, it does indicate any monster effect or continuous spell trap effect on the field, which also works from either hand or field. What is that? Surprising. Last one, running dinos, half from Slain Source. Slain Source, yes, sir. Though you can't reuse his banish effect in this deck because there's no point in it. Because you can't banish any more than himself and Diplos. Because you kind of need your Therizia. So it's just a way to get rid of your opponent's stuff. Sorry, opponent's play from your opponent's flipping your counter plays. Screen things, random stuff. Triple Brand Fusion. Because you also have it in your hand, as I'll show you if time allows it, to show your combo with this and the main diamond card. Plus to end on Mirror Jade and the Crack Skill Rain. This card allows you to go. It lets you to send all Baz in the card, and another monster to summon a Alabaz listed monster from deck, texture deck. Yeah, I'll show you. You know what it does. So you have is 2 brand reds. I actually have 3 brand. I prefer running 2. Not honest. This card allows you to target Von Albaz or a display monster at your hand from your graveyard. Then you can use cards from your field and hand, like your Poly, to use a fusion monster from extra deck. The bad side is you have to banish them instead of in the graveyard, but there are some cards that they get around that in this deck. Draw cards. This is the card you run for your Mercurier is Glue Darkness. Banish Dart, draw 2. I run 2 of these because only run 2 for single Mercurier because there are sometimes you want to see it, sometimes you don't. But this is a good card because you can use this here to either, in some cases, either banish your Mercurier to get the effect off, or banish Diplo, some dark monster you really don't need anymore because it's a point. Draw 2. Plus, you do the Mercurier, it's only a +3, kind of. Rest of the triple attack. This is probably one I would recommend running more than 1 of, maybe 2 minimum. I don't want currently because it's expensive. You know, it does, pot grades. Essential Heart, which I think is unbanned now. Essential Heart. Or 4, I think 4 Sanchez is the one. I should have mentioned I do have a balance direction too, this one, but let's not. False Dig, which this is for if you open Therizia, you can activate this to add Misk, and then plus this Misk don't do shit because get Misk. See my worker again, Gold Sark, Max Gold Rare because I am an asshole. This needs to be Max Gold. It's so too cool. This card does let you banish a card from deck for 2 turns and get it back. That's all it does. Following good. Go to the grave. Stop those pussy hand traps from scrolling over. So Ash Blossom, because Ash Blossom kind of murders this deck, if we're being honest. Kinda. Explain later. First of your trap lineup. Triple Imperm. Goes Imperm. Might as well use it. You add from your hand if you don't control cards, but if it's set beforehand, you negate all the cards in its column. Run 3, as everyone does. Now for your junk cards. I got one once. Your main starter one is Frenzy. Allows you to send a dinomorphia monster from deck and 1 from extra deck to the graveyard to summon a dinomorphia monster. This is what you would normally use to level summon Pure, or sometimes to summon Katrina, who's right here in the middle. By the way, it says more strong shows up here. This is when you send certain comes later, but with the dinomorphia normal traps, you can banish them in the graveyard to get effect damage for a turn, which isn't bad. They're supposed to get real low in this deck. 2 domains. You don't really need as much as you think you do. Honestly, if someone you really don't use this, say you have open frenzy and domain, you them both, and you go frenzy then this, in case they want you to get the frenzy. Just still run Katrina, then go just for blaze. And of course, all downward traps affect 2 card points in half to use their effects. It's a frenzy domain, the diffusing ones. This one requires 2 from deck to do it, but it's our handful of deck to do it. As well as a normal trap, it gets for dash return. The rest, it's just single root, single alert, single shell, and single sonic. What these do is brute allows you to start a monster you control and a monster your opponent controls or card opponent controls. Destroy them both by paying 5 points. Alert allows you to revive a level, so we have demo from up to level 8, paying 5 points, but they can't be used for anything else but some demo for monsters, which in this version you also have to turn end phase, get anyone back, or might use it to get back your Katrina Rex term. In cases, Shells pay 5 points to summon a 3k defense token, and your opponent can attack that token for a turn. And Sonic is your spell trap negate. Of course, pay 5 points spell trap negate. I was going to mention these 2 encounter traps, they negate battle damage for a battle. Also, this is just in here for. I was playing Zero Monster in this deck that I'm no longer playing, so this is a card I need those change out. But since there wasn't here for Baron plays, to where you could summon the second Rex term on in phase, summon this as a token, then synchro it in Rex term for Baron, just again in the field, but you don't need that anymore. If extra deck, shite. Sorry. Triple Katrina. Have to. There you are. You have to run 3 of her, and she is Bay. Hello, dear. Says dear as well. Her effect is she loses attack points to each your life points, but you can still stun your life points less than 1,000. Doesn't matter. Plus, her effect is you can banish a damage spell trap, normal trap from graveyard, change the trap card from a trap effect to her effect, and basically it lets her use like frenzy like that to bring out Rex Storm, which is the next guy. Plus, if she's destroyed by a battle card effect, you can bring out there's your Rex Storm. Damn it. There's your Dipolus, which let's bring out Thursday again. That's the only really need. You really only need 2, but I run 3 just because the third one can come up in some niche applications. Speaking of your skill drain on crack, Rex Storm, who is skilled on crack. So it does require a damage monster, monster and normal one. There's just 2 different names. His effect though is that monsters who attack points are wherever equal to your life points cannot activate their effects. So that's skill drain. But what it does is you can pay half your life points to make your opponent's monster points equal to your life points for certain makes it immediately negated. Only for that turn, doesn't really matter. Plus, because the battle card effect, you can make either Katrina or next guy. We have next. Who I say is the one going around, which is Silverga. You don't really run. He's really just here for Katrina Rex Storm, but again, like Katrina, he does require 2 normals different names. But what happens with him is that if life points is 2,000, any card that pays life points is instantly cost negated. So you can literally just have him in defense on your field, and you can get Solid for free. You pay nothing. All your counter taps to pay life points, do nothing. You just 2,000, you pay nothing. Oscar effect, your opponent activates a monster effect, I believe it should say. Keep it fun. It's from opponent activates a monster effect. You can inflict damage to one equal to the monster's run attack. And it's like in some back there's your Dipolus. Next is our bit of our Alabas package. The deck gave it random Rentar, which is Masquerade. Burn 600 every time your opponent does anything, basically. So you're using random red with your Tragedy and Lure. This badge of Mirror Jade, Libellion, and Albion. So you're doing the random fusing is you're summoning your Libellion, then use the effect to discard a card, show itself, and Alabas back into the extra deck, also in the deck. bring up Mirror Jade. Then on your end turn, you send Graveyard for cost for Mirror Jade here. Flash card. This card would end back a brand spell trap from Graveyard back to hand. Sorry, we were set at 1 2. So we use a set of brand in red. Wants to get destruction on our opponent's turn. This case is. Then you send brand in red, brand fusion, you bring back the ability again. You start to bring out Narcotic Genie or something. Then you use these two here for your next card in the extra deck, which is another box section, which is number 38, Hope Harbinger, Dragon Titanic Galaxy. It's your once per turn spell negate. Plus version. It's you can tell it's fake because it's a copy, but this card's expensive. I still need to get the funds for this, but it's gonna spell negate and reduce attacks if needed. So Rex turn make does for you make it hard so these go. Turns less, get screwed. Proxy, this isn't versus Wonderheart. This is supposed to be Appaloosa. Not yet, but we'll see what happens. You should get, amount of gates probably really used for. For the package here, we have Masquerena, which card you got filled. Unicorn, and spins it. I use this kind of Celine. I say that because this card is Pax Talker. Brace boards, because why not? I wish I recorded this because I bought a display of Max Gold. I pulled him, and yeah, I didn't record something yet. So that's for the main deck. Now let's get down to some combos. Case for the only combo I'm showing you in this video, I will try to say I want to show you more combos, but first off I'm going to show you this one with just 2 cards filling Brand Fusion and Dinner Frenzy. What you can do is activate your fusion. Actually, I probably should do this one instead because you're going to need this, so I'll just grab like 3 cards. So, it consists of these 2 and 3 cards. What's going to do first off is activating your Brand Fusion to send from deck to grave your Albaz and Tragedy. You can summon your Lilion. Grave now. These use this effect. Take our away for cost. Show back Albaz and himself. Back to extra deck. Back to extra deck. So Mirror Jade. Then phase, I'm going to set this. End turn. Then on your opponent's turn, during main phase, you will flip up your frenzy. Pay our flip going 2,000 to send from your deck Diplos, an extra deck Stilbergia to summon Katrina. Then you're going to banish this from your graveyard. The contrary effect, powering once again, so sending Theresia from deck to grave, herself to the grave. It's Rock's turn. Against it is your receipt skill on crack. Nap is a banish and a crack skill drain. Scratch in hand. The better is you pull summon a monster, you have a mirror effect and chain to it, banishing the Albion, saying Albion the graveyard to banish it. Then in face you can set your brand in red. Oh, of course, mentioned with when you send Tragedy to graveyard, card effect, you can add your Allure hand. Now it is that your opponent's going to end your turn. You can do this instead. You can on your turn chain brand in red to add back your Tragedy to hand. It's like to banish both Tragedy and Allure from both. To I didn't grab the cards. I'm fucking idiot. To summon out your Masquerade. And at this point, your opponent might as well just cry. Because your opponent ain't doing crap from here. Xanilla is just runs and switch spirit to attack just one more time to 1,000. And it's just game. In case you understand what's going on here, you have Masquerade, Burn, Cylinder, Pair, Airtime, Card Effect, Stir on Crack, it's different now, and maybe just Blunt Smash. See it for her later, and the further combo videos I'll show later is the one we're gonna do with her later. So that's this combo, and next video I'll try to do shorter combos plus test hands because my camera's not time for this. So I'll do this tomorrow, hopefully with some further combos and test hands. Adios. Smack.